Hey everybody, and welcome back to What Are You Watching? I'm Riley Schott, and I'm here with.
Nate Lawson.
Mr. Horton, how are you? Happy holidays, happy Christmas, happy whatever. Happy snow day yesterday. Awesome.
I get that we have more Memorial Day break, but a snow day just to have a longer break would have been nice today.
I know, right? Today, just because.
Just why
because.
not?
I know. Well, we
Yeah.
won't be back. We won't be back for a couple weeks, right? We've got 2 weeks off to relax and enjoy the Christmas holiday. So it'll be a couple weeks before we're back. Go ahead, Riley. What are we talking about? I got a trailer if you want me to play a trailer.
So we're talking about the movie Snowden. It is not a documentary this time. It is just a movie based on true events and true stories. So you can play the trailer whenever you're ready, Mr. Horton.
Oh, let me get the trailer going here.
Cell phones go in the microwave.
Dare I ask why? It blocks UHF frequencies. Before we get onto the stories, I need to know more about you. I'm 29 years old. I work as a private contractor for the NSA, for the CIA. I worked in various jobs in the intelligence industry for the last 9 years. Listen, they're going to come for me. And now that we've made contact, they're going to come for all of you too.
How about we just start with your name, okay?
My name is Edward Joseph Snowden.
What was it you were doing again?
Doing analysis for the State Department.
Don't be shy. I don't want anyone else.
The modern battlefield is everywhere. How is this all possible? Think of it as a Google search, except instead of searching only what people make public, we're also looking at everything they don't. I didn't know about your conversations.
What is this?
Leave that there.
Are they watching us?
The house is booked.
I know.
One man can stop the motor of the world.
What is it about this job that makes it more important than your life? Snowden has been charged with espionage.
You have no idea what it's like to be accountable for other people's lives.
Are you going away?
All right, there you go. There's your trailer. That's a good trailer, isn't it?
That is a very good trailer.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Very good. Thoughts? Who wants to start?
I can start us off. I didn't know a whole lot about Snowden and him in a general. And if you don't either, he's a whistleblower that, kind of just put out, hey, the United States is tracking our information. They're watching us through our cameras through the FBI. And this kind of started taking place after 9/11 and everybody being panicked about 9/11 and terrorist attacks. But I did not know all of this little bits of information that's happened, like the little pieces of how they were getting our information and things like that.
I think that for me, the most eye-opening part of the whole, I won't call it a documentary, the movie, is it is based on true events, but the idea that there's a fine line between security and privacy. The idea that the information that the NSA has in front of them and the people that have that information should scare everybody a little bit. Okay. I don't know unless
Oh
you
yeah,
turn off,
definitely.
unless you turn everything off electronically around you. I don't know how you can escape it. And that's what kind of freaked me out looking at that and what they do. And I don't know if that bothered anybody else, but what do you think, Nate?
Yeah, it's definitely bothered me, and I know like I know like some of my family has been bothered by it. Like I know my grandpa's like the type of person, he puts tape over his camera on all his computers, you know, things like that. He knows that this stuff happens, and he's very paranoid about it.
Yeah, me too.
It is a scary thought, knowing that nothing really is private when it's done over the internet or when it's in person between all the cameras everywhere.
Yeah.
in
Well,
the
and then the
world.
fact that your phone is listening to you and that people can tap in and listen to you through your phone. Okay.
I don't trust it.
I know. It's, it's funny. I saw something the other day. There was, I don't want to talk about the vaccine, but there was somebody complaining saying that they were going to give you some kind of a tracking device in the vaccine, and that's what it was for. And they don't need to
Yeah.
give you tracking devices. The NSA already knows where you are. They already know.
They know.
Yeah.
I keep seeing this in like all this like, you know, changing to just credit cards, and you know, like the idea of just changing from a cashless society. They are going to track what you buy, no matter how you're doing it, cash or not. Like it doesn't matter either way. It's going to happen. Calm down. They already know, you know, or things like that. Or like some of these people that are complaining about then have like an Alexa in their home that listens to everything. Everything is caught on those type of things. Like
How do you
It
think it knows when
crazy.
to activate?
Yeah, I mean, we've welcomed that information into our homes for convenience sake. So I would recommend the movie Snowden, but it will freak people out. I mean, I would recommend it.
Oh yeah,
Yes.
that movie will freak
It is rated R though.
It is.
It definitely make sure
for
you're watching
strong
it, you're
language
mature.
and
It
mild
is rated R.
sexuality.
Yeah, it's more the language, isn't it, than anything else?
Yes.
Yeah, I actually remember because I
No, there's a
started it
couple
this morning.
inappropriate scenes.
It's rated R for strong language and mild sexuality.
There you go. But it's worth a watch.
Absolutely.
I think. Can we talk about Alexa, Google Pill, and
Google
Siri?
Home.
What do you guys have any of those in your home?
I have one on my phone, but you know, I don't think it works because hey Bixby, you there? Hey Bixby, yep, Bixby, yeah, you there, Bixby? Yeah, Bixby's worthless.
Hey Siri.
See,
Yeah, I get a That's all I get.
hey Google.
Who would you like to call?
Yeah.
Stop.
My phone's perspective. I'm not sure the NSA can track that.
I definitely rely on Siri. I set my alarms throughout the day, like just to remind me, you know, take the dogs out or whatever. I make text messages and phone calls through Siri. I get the, you know, they're watching us, they're listening or whatever. They're gonna do it either way. So I've stopped caring. I do want an Alexa for my room for convenience sake. I give into the fact they're gonna watch and listen anyway. So at this point, who cares?
It drives me crazy because when I ask Siri something, I want it to be read back to me, right? I want to hear it because I usually am using that service when I can't use my hands or when I'm driving or something like that.
Yeah.
And inevitably, what I get back is, here's what I found on the web.
Oh,
Well, if I wanted to know what you found on the web, I would have gone and searched myself. Okay. That's my number one complaint.
I will say I have a Amazon Fire TV, so I do have an Alexa built into my remote. And actually Alexa works so much better than Siri when it goes to looking up things. Like all I have to do is be like, hey Alexa, search this video on YouTube. It's like, okay, I'll search it, and then it'll pop up the video and I'm perfectly fine. So I definitely think Alexa is a lot better than Siri when it comes to convenience.
There you go.
And
So
here's-
we reviewed Snowden, but go ahead, Nate. Go ahead.
As a special guest, I have here my Fire Stick remote. Well, everyone, welcome Alexa. She's always listening. Don't forget that. She always listens.
So not only do we review movies here, we're reviewing listening devices in your home. How about that?
Yeah,
How
yeah.
tricky is-
Check your vents, people. Check your vents. Check your light bulbs. They got
Yep.
mics in there and stuff.
Alexa is way better, I think. But there's a Google product too. What's the Google product? I'm
Yeah.
not really-
Google Home.
Google Home. Okay.
Yeah, Google Home. I have friends that have that one. Actually, my one friend's house, her whole house is set up with Google Home. They have Google Home cameras. They have a speaker in every room. It controls every single one of their lights. It's crazy. It's interesting how Google Home works. It's very much of, you have to have specifics. Like you want it to search a certain song, well, you better tell them the app and everything you want it on and the artist, and it still maybe not give you the right song. Like it's an interesting device to use.
In
Well,
Snowden, what struck me as like the most resonating is that despite protests by other countries, we have set up systems, backup systems. If they, for some reason, were to attack us, we can shut off all of their power, including to their hospitals. We can we can cripple a country in a matter of seconds.
So, and this
And-
is really pretty relative, right? In the news. Go ahead, Riley.
What's crazy about what Nate said is that not only can we do that, we have that against our allies, just
Yeah.
in case if they come after us. Just
Japan,
in case we have all this
Brazil.
information, we can shut down our allies' countries just because. That's crazy. You can't even have trust like with a country anymore.
And do you think they can do the same thing to us?
I hope not,
Oh,
but
yeah,
if they
definitely.
can,
They could
it's
shut down
deserved.
anybody. Anybody can shut down anything. And nowadays, with everything being electronic, I swear we could be shut down easily by another country, or
Well-
even by our own country, by our own government. I could see it happening.
Hasn't been in the news the last week. The Russian hack it got into a system of our government systems. About
Oh,
8
got
months
into
ago.
a number of our intelligence agencies.
Yeah. Yeah.
I mean, you look at the last election; they got into our election, the 2016 election. That's been proven to happen. There's proof out there now. And there's interference. There was even interference with this election with Iran and Russia. Iran was sending emails to anybody that was a Biden supporter saying, "You don't vote for Biden or else this is going to happen." Like they've been
That's
interfering
terrifying.
for years with our system.
So where does this all go? I mean, we watch Snowden. We know we're being watched. Where does this go? I mean, I don't want to freak everybody out, but what's going to happen? Zombie apocalypse?
I know I've heard from I've had family. What scares me too is I have family members that have been husbands that have been in the military or whatever in this type of field. And I know I have a relative that told me, she's like, this information is not stored in America. It's stored in another country. We don't even have access to it. It's stored not here. There's nowhere close as it's stored here because they don't want it to be found.
And do you remember, Nate, a couple weeks, maybe a month ago, we did you had a little segment on the announcements about the underwater server farm that
Yes,
they
I
stored
do.
underneath the ocean. Remember that?
Like,
Yep.
Why is that down there, United States government? What's down there? What are you hiding?
Yeah. Why is it 1 mile beneath
Yeah.
the ocean?
Why are we Captain Ahab 30,000 leagues under the sea? What's happening?
Oh boy, that's too funny. So do we want to, while we have some time here, do we want to favorite Christmas movie? Or it is Christmas, right? So
Yeah, let's lighten the mood up a little bit.
okay, I know. Well, I'm sitting here. You look at me. I'm going like this. I'm going. I can't take it anymore. What are you doing to me? I can't. What's happening? Is somebody watching me?
They're always
Always watching.
They're always
All right. I'll start
and
off.
listening. Not only watching, they're also listening.
Favorite Christmas movie of all time. Actually, I have several, but traditional Christmas movie, It's a Wonderful Life, for sure. Local roots right up here in Seneca Falls, New York. That's where the bridge is that where they filmed. And I don't want no spoiler alert, but George jumps off the bridge. So
I've never heard of this movie, but that's one way to introduce
you've never
it.
heard of It's a Wonderful Life?
I think I've heard of it, but I've never seen it. Don't know
Oh,
what it's
okay.
about.
Yeah, it's a good watch. It's a Jimmy Stewart movie. Even Riley Scott's seen It's a Wonderful Life. No?
I haven't seen it, but I've heard of it.
Oh, I tortured my kids all the while they were growing up. I made them watch it every Christmas. So there you go.
My family isn't a movie person, and especially when it comes to Christmas movies, I'm not a big Christmas movie person. I will say any of like the classics of like Rudolph and the original Grinch and those stories. I loved watching those on Christmas morning. I guess those would be like all my favorites. Would be those classic ones, the claymation cartoon ones. I'll definitely say Grinch does have a special place in my family's heart, considering we call my grandpa the Grinch every year because he tries to threaten to take away Christmas every year.
Every year he's going to cancel Christmas. Nate, favorite
Oh
tradition?
yeah, every year, and then we get to Christmas Eve, and then he's all excited, seeing family, all happiest person you'll meet. But right up until that day, he's the Grinch.
Okay, favorite traditional, Nate.
For Christmas, it's Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer. I am a sucker for that. But otherwise, Rise of the Guardians is a great movie that not too many people have watched.
That's an
It did
amazing movie.
awful in the box office, but it is amazing. I've watched that probably over 100 times. I watch it all throughout the year. If I'm like, I don't know what to watch, I'll just watch Rise of the Guardians.
Really? And that's a Christmas movie?
It's not Christmas never shows up. Santa's the main character.
No kidding.
Yeah.
It's a holiday movie.
Yeah.
It includes all holidays.
I recommend that to everybody. That is a movie for any time. It is wonderful.
Rise of the Guardians. I love it. All right, non-traditional Christmas movie. I'm going to go with Four Christmases, which is Vince Vaughn, Reese Witherspoon. They each come from a family that has, mom and dad have divorced and been remarried or have a partner. So they have Four Christmases. It's a great movie. If you've never seen Four Christmases, it's a great movie. All right, go ahead. Non-traditional.
I don't have a non-traditional one, so I don't know. I don't quite know what to choose for that one. 'Cause I don't really have a non-traditional one.
Some people consider the original Die Hard a Christmas movie.
What?
Yeah.
Well,
I guess it could be, but I haven't watched all of Die Hard. I only have seen bits and pieces.
Die Hard. All right, Nate, do you have a favorite non-traditional Christmas?
Rise of the Guardians, I've already said.
Oh, that's it.
That is it.
All right. Well, I think we've wrapped up Snowden. It's a I'm going to give it a 2 thumbs up. I think it's a good one.
Oh, yeah.
I think people would like it.
Yeah.
And
2 thumbs up.
And we've already said, if you've never seen It's a Wonderful Life, you want to watch that. If you've never seen Four Christmases or Rise of the Guardian, yeah. And I think we said The Grinch and Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer. All good ones. Nobody goes with Elf.
All right, let's be clear on the Grinch. Let's be clear. I forgot about the Elf, but clear on the Grinch. The original Grinch, not the newer one. That one's okay, but I love the original. You have to have the original.
There is no new
Grinch.
one. There
But
doesn't
to the
exist.
Elf conversation, Elf is banned from my house because we watched it too much as little kids all year long. So I haven't watched that in years, but I love that movie.
As far as I'm concerned, there is no new Grinch. That doesn't exist. Doesn't exist.
The new Grinch.
There's no new
I agree.
Grinch. Huh?
Yeah.
What are you talking about?
I 100% agree.
Oh, well, I'll tell you, it's been fun. You guys are awesome. I won't see you, and we won't see everybody else. Have a great Christmas and a great New Year's, guys. So take us
too.
home, Riley. Take us home, Riley Shot.
Thanks for tuning in this week to What Are You Watching yet again. We will not be back for about 2 weeks, just because of break. But thanks for tuning in for today. And I'm Riley Schott, and I'm here with
Nate Lawson.
Mr. Horton. Enjoy, everybody.